Hey, what's going on? Good Wednesday, kind of morning, almost afternoon. Doing a little quick Facebook Live, little quick tips. Talk about swimming. So, if you're like any myself or any of my athletes out there, time is a very scarce resource, especially during the day. Maybe you're doing a swim over lunch, jamming in a swim after work, jamming in a swim for work, whatever you're doing, most of us are pretty short on time these days. Unfortunately, it's just not in abundance. So I've always gotten the question in, or the other catch is, during the pandemic, they were limiting pool sessions. So you had to sign up and you only got a window of 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but you got to work out 3,000, 2,500, 2,000, whatever, and you're not going to be able to fit it in that time. What's the most important part of that workout to do? So I thought I'd share these tips with you guys. Kind of little what I give my athletes, the breakdown of order of importance of getting that swim work done. If you can get a swim in, get it done. If you only got 30 minutes to work with, 45 minutes to work with, here's kind of the hit list of what to pare down and what to get the most in order to get the most out of your swim workout. So the first one is downsize the warm up. Usually I got like 300, 400, 500 yards, meters, whatever of warm up in there, some kick sets and some other stuff. If you ain't got time, just cut it down. Do a 150, 200 warm up, call it good, move on. So you've shaved hopefully 5, 6 minutes there or something like that. Downsize the drills or cut them out. I think drills are important, and some of my workouts for athletes, they're very drill specific. So the whole workout's a drill. So for those, um, you know, you won't pair out as much. Maybe you kind of shorten the sets or something like that. So maybe not cut all out the drills, but maybe instead of 4 sets of 50, it's 2 sets of 50 or something like that. But some of my workouts have a pre-workout where you're doing some drill sets and things. So for those, maybe cut them out. Maybe 200, 300 of drills, and especially drills. You're taking a little bit longer than usual. So maybe cut out the drills. You're just in there to get some swim time and get some distance in. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing to make sure you can make through the distance of the swim. So you got to cut out the drills, cut out the drills. Keep as much of the main set as possible. This is what I tell people, when you're getting into the 200 to 300 sets and speed and breathing drills and things like that, try to keep up, and especially my workout, I try to be very specific, which is the main set, what's the warm up, what's the cool down. So make sure you're trying to get as much of that main set as possible. Cool down, downsize or cut the cool down. If it's a 200, 300 cool down, maybe do 100, call it good. Or maybe just kind of like, I'm done with the workout, I got to go out of the pool and get going. Cut it completely. I won't complain at all as long as you got most of the main set in. That's kind of the key. In some of my workouts, I put kick sets in as kind of recovery sessions. So maybe, you do a couple of 200 or 300 or something like that and some intensity, and then there's a kick set for 100. Cut out the kick set. It takes a super long time, especially if you're not using fins, or put on fins and use those for the kick sets, make them go a little bit quicker. But cut out the kick sets if more recovery. Like some workouts there's a bunch of kick in there for a reason. But for most workouts, they're just kind of an intermediate, kind of a cool down to give the arms a little bit of break before you move to the next set. So maybe you cut out the kick sets. Um, like I said, the last resort is going through and paring down the main set. That you try to keep as much of that as possible. But another one was possibly shorten your rest times. So maybe if you got some 200, 300s in there. I know some of my workouts I give ample rest time for maybe sprint sets. So maybe if they're 5 to 10 seconds in between sets, maybe you don't need that. Maybe just count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and go. And it may affect your times and your speed and all that kind of stuff. You may not get the proper recovery to get a full efficient sprint or something like that in there for a 50 or something. But at the end of the day, if that's the time you have to work with. Go in there and just do a set, get a couple breaths, do the next set, and just kind of bypass the recommendations of resting for 30 seconds or 10 seconds or 20 seconds. Maybe just go down to 5 or 10 seconds and call it good and get it done, get out of the pool. Possibly shorten rest times, do some over that. And the most important factor is be efficient with your swim time. When you get there, if you got a 45-minute window, be ready when your time starts. Be there poolside, ready to go, all your gear on. Don't show up if 2 p.m. or noon or something like that, you've got your reserve swim time, and don't show up at noon and then start getting your stuff ready and getting out in your bag and stuff. Man, get there, have your suit on, have your gear in hand, cap on if you're using the cap, goggles on, earplugs, whatever you got, have it ready. So when that clock, you're sitting there watching the clock, as soon as it hits noon, you're in the pool and you're doing your workout. Soon, jam out as much as you can, and then if you're done at 12:45, hop out of the pool. Don't be done at 12:40 and then puddle fart in the pool, getting your stuff out. Maximize the time you get in the water, and then the time outside of your window. That's when you piddle fart with gear and putting stuff away or getting stuff out. Be efficient. I've seen tons of people come to the pool, and you got your 5 to 10 minutes, and you're getting your stuff out of your bag, and you're putting your swim cap on, you're checking your watch, making sure your pool laps are set up correctly, and all this other stuff. Get that done before you show up, man. Show up 10, 15 minutes before your time starts. Get there, get poolside, get all your gear in your hands, you're ready to go. You've got your watch set to start your pool workout. As soon as you get your cue to get in the water and your time starts, bam, you're in there and you're doing your swim workout. That'll save you probably like 10 minutes right there. Like I said, I kind of seen that more often than not, where people are kind of piddle farting and screwing around before they get in the pool. Just get in the pool. Time's up, or your time starts, get in the pool and get working out. So hopefully that helps you out with some quick little tips of what can you do to your swim workout if you've got a truncated time, especially, like I said, pandemic situations. I think some people are still working with shortened pool times, or even I've got a couple athletes like up in Canada, they still don't have the pools open, so it's just crazy and very difficult if you want to do a race, especially when swimming 1.2 or 2.4 miles is an important part of your race. But if you're still dealing with slotted and allocated pool times, if you just caught in now, rewatch the whole video to get tips on what you can cut out of your swim workout in order to make your time work. If you got any questions, put them in the comments. I didn't see any while we're doing a live video here, but when I repost it, if you got any questions, put them in there. I always check them. When I post it on YouTube, put them in the comments. I'll always get back to you there. Hopefully you enjoyed the background. I am pilfering my wife's home office while she is out running around doing her job, and I'm working from home. I'm not in the dungeon today. So hopefully you enjoyed this and got some good information out of it, and we'll see you out on the training road next time.